Hello and welcome to game number 4 in Denver, Colorado at the Thunderbirds showcase. Vegas Junior Golden Knights facing off against the Colorado Rampage again. Faced them in the first game of the showcase and lost in overtime. So hoping to have a different result this morning. And thanks for joining us. Very loud buzzer here. Vegas Junior Golden Knights in the darks again as the home team. All weekend they've been the home team. Cole Larson retrieving the pucks from the net, so that means the Vegas Junior Golden Knights will have the big man, number 72, Gavin LaRose, in net for this one. All right, starting lineup on the ice. Weeble, Lacus, and Huffman on the defense. Cabradilla and Biaggi. Cabradilla cuts it to the middle. Bouncing puck in the air, picked up by Lacus. And Lacus goes to the ground, able to get it into the defensive zone of the Rampage, but they move it out, turning it over to the Knights. Biaggi off the glass and up. That will be an icing on the Knights. We'll head back down to the defensive zone. To the far dot for a face-off. Face-off win for the Knights. Biaggi will play that one around the boards to Cabradilla. Cabradilla moves it up. No icing there, tipped on the way, they'll say. Puck loose. Down low, Newell working in the blind spot, along with Salikas. Penhollow now on the ice for the forward lineup. Puck along the far wall. Rampage currently have it. Vegas dispossessing. Penhollow trying to get some space, pokes that one back. Biaggi sealing off the wall. Back down to Penhollow. Penhollow cutting back to just outside the right face-off circle. Biaggi will play that back down off the glove hand of the Rampage player and dumping it down ice. That will be an icing. Save my time zooming on that one. And 15:49. Vegas will head to the left of the goaltender to take a face-off. in the offensive zone. Lanfranchi, Sparks, and Mislakovian. Forward line, and Harrison and Flood from left to right. Flood got a piece of that one, forced Rampage momentarily back into their zone. Harrison picked up the puck, finds Mislakovian, trying to one-touch out, breakout pass to Lanfranchi, missed the connection, and Vegas will try the opposite direction. Pass to the middle, intercepted by the Rampage. Rampage will rim it around the boards. Sparks will play that one up to Lanfranchi, and Lanfranchi gains the red line and dumps it in. Puck rimmed around the boards to the near side. Rampage looking to break out, and they do, into the neutral zone. Harrison got a piece of it, forces him back up, and Harrison now dumping it into the far corner. Huffman on the attack. Now Lacus coming together with a teammate. And puck dumped in. Avina back to collect for the Knights. They move it to the far side. Lacus up to Huffman. Huffman over the blue line. Shot saved by the goaltender. Weebolt with the puck drops it down low for Huffman. That pass is intercepted by the Rampage. Coming in to help out is Lacus. Evan Lacus needing a change. Shot blocked by DeRochers on the defense. Puck rimmed around the boards. Weebolt collected it behind our own net, and Colorado will reverse it back around. Kind of runs out of pressure. Shot towards the middle of the net and played up, but not out by DeRochers. Looking for a centering pass, and Avina, one stick on the ground, able to get that one out. Avina heads for a change. Salikas gets pinned along the wall, and that one's dumped in deep by Penhollow. Puck on the near side, tipped up but not out. Vegas keeping it in. Puck back to Knisley now on defense. Knisley flips it up the wall. He'll get it back on his stick, and he'll play it to the near side. Cabradilla trying to come back across. Backhands it to the far side. Newell, who high lobs that one into the zone. Puck banked off the boards in the neutral zone. Cabradilla cuts back, gets around one, and takes it in himself. Sorry. Cabradilla still working, centering pass, missing the connection. Knisley collects it at the point, plays it down low. Cabradilla will head back to his spot. Lanfranchi, Sparks, and Mislakovian on the ice. No icing. Cabradilla back to collect for the Knights. Cabradilla lays that one off. Frenchie will get to it and play it up. Stick battle along the near side. Rampage come away with it. Looking for a centering pass. Surveys, drops it back to the point man, swings it to the near side. And Vegas take over the possession. Cabradilla plays that one back to the spot where the defenseman had just vacated. And a shot, save, blocker. Gavin LaRose redirected that one into the far corner. Puck right at the blue line. Pass shot blocked by Mislakovian. High into the air, glove down, and laid off for his teammate, still in the zone. Shot, and that one's over the net. Ends up on the near side, collected. And a quick shot and glove save by Gavin LaRose. Face-off, taken near face-off dot by Weebolt. Biaggi hustling to the far side to chip it up to Huffman. Lacus hustling, tipped on the way, so no icing. Cutting back to the middle is the Rampage player. Now with the puck looking for a play out of the zone. Huffman and Weebolt pressuring. Cross ice pass to no one for the Rampage. Biaggi plays it up to Huffman, who dumps it in, takes the hit. Weebolt hassling. Penhollow in on the help. Sorry, Lacus. No, it is Penhollow. Sorry, I thought that was Lacus. He must have gone for a change when I wasn't looking. And Harrison on the defense. Pass towards the middle, swings through the blue ice and ends up in the far corner. Rampage not getting a shot on net that time. And a glove save by LaRose. Face-off going to be taken by Penhollow. Face-off win for the Knights. Quick shot, pad save, rebound, cleared away by Colton Flood. Icing, and that one gets on the edge and rolls down to the opposite end line. And we will return back to the defensive zone, this time on the far face-off dot. Salikas take the face-off. Newell, Avina, Penhollow, and Flood on the ice. And puck out of play. We'll have another defensive zone face-off coming. Face-off win for the Knights. They rim it around the boards. Puck in the skates of Avina. Avina will play it up and down. Icing, they'll say, on that one. Another face-off, this time right in front of me. And my scorekeeper, Lorray, risking our lives to bring you this broadcast. And loose puck in the skates. Cash and Sparks applying some pressure, chip down the wall, glove down, shot, knocked down, and a cover by LaRose. Face-off on the far face-off dot line. Franchi. Sparks trying to force that one out, and that one's dumped back in deep. Right below the stand here. Puck comes loose, picked up by the Rampage. Centering pass right under the leg pads of LaRose. I think that might have worked out better instead of catching him in the pads. Whoops, sorry on that camera work. And look for a centering pass, and just misses the man streaking in for the Rampage. Puck left behind. Rampage still controlling, keeping it in the zone. Put back in deep. Rochers is there for the Knights to move it around to the far wall. Sparks trying to get a piece of it. Nisley trying to lift it above the wall. He'll try the opposite direction wisely. A little bit more space. The Rochers will take it up the near side. Sparks turns that one over. Shot blocked by Nisley. Shot, glove save by LaRose. And a Rampage player knocking on the doorstep there, but LaRose able to catch that one cleanly. Weebolt to take the face off. Huffman, Lacus, Biaggi, and Cabradilla. Shot knocked down. Bouncy puck and a cover again by LaRose. So we will try it again. 8:51 to go in the period. Vegas Universal Knights in the dark jerseys. On the second game against the Rampage this weekend. Seeking retribution from the overtime loss in game number 1. And face-off win for the Knights. Biaggi got tangled up momentarily. Puck dumped back in by the Rampage. Rampage move it up, comes out, and tipped aside momentarily by Lacus as Lacus and Wiebold chase. Puck comes out of the zone, dumped back into the zone. Cabardilla now will play it into the far corner. Lacus pressuring, reversed back. And Colorado missed their connection, and that'll be an icing. We'll have a face-off to the left of the goaltender. With 8:18 to go in period number 1. Face-off win for the Rampage as they lay it off on the near wall. Puck up into the defensive zone. Avina collects it and rims that one around the boards. Puck tipped up but not out by Lacus. Penhollow picks up the loose puck, plays it out into the neutral zone to the Rampage. Rampage looking for a up ice pass, disrupted by Salikas. And Salikas gets that one in the zone. Newell will chase for the Knights as Salikas heads for a change. Camera focus, thank you. And a save by the goaltender. Looking for another centering pass. Avina will collect it and play that one back down the wall to the Colorado Rampage player. Centering pass off the mark. Avina will come in and dump it back in. Vegas tag up. Avina to the bench for a change. Flood and Cabardilla on for the Knights. And Mustakovian, Sparks, and Lanfranchi for the Knights forward lineup. Puck rimmed around the boards to the near side. Drops it back to the point man. Shot. Puck behind, rimmed around. Just under the stick of the player on the near side here and played out by Cabardilla to the neutral zone. Collected by the Rampage and rimmed around again. Puck up. Save by LaRose right into the chest. And Flood moves it up, but not out. Point man keeping it in for the Rampage. Looking for a centering pass. Hassled by Wiebold. Shot low, stick to side by LaRose. Puck in the skates. Rampage come away with it. Gotta avoid the referee. And Wiebold plays it up, and Huffman gets it around one. Huffman chasing. Puck played back to the near side. Now cross ice. Puck jumps off. Flood got a piece of it, but back to the possession of the Rampage. Looking for a centering pass. The Roachers puts his man into the wall. Lack is trying to tip that one past, and that one ricochets off the glove of LaRose, and puck's out of play. Now we'll have an in-zone face-off coming with 5:45 to go in period number 1. Face-off win for the Knights in the skates of Knisley. He's able to dig it out and get it up to Penhollow. Penhollow up to Newell. Newell trying to tip that one past Colorado Rampage player, and he does into the far corner. Rampage rim it around the boards to the near side, kept in by Roachers. Roachers trying to dangle. Gets tangled up momentarily. Rampage have the puck now, heading down the near side. Walking it down. Centering pass off the stick of Roachers, and the Roachers gets the puck possession. Shot and skims wide. I believe I heard the leg pad. That hit the leg pad of LaRose. And on the near side, drop back. Offsides for the Rampage. They'll have to tag up as Vegas move it up. And Penhollow was looking for a change. Didn't know Knisley was trying to pass to him. Shot and off the left post. Interestingly enough, that does not count as a shot on net. I've heard that dump in off the skates of Lanfranchi. And shot blocked. Nisley gets to it. Nisley trying to dispossess the player. Puck battle below the goal line. And we got a penalty coming. Lanfranchi trying to get away. 96 grabs Lanfranchi, trying to argue his case. Referee on it today. Perhaps he may earn an extra one for an unsportsmanlike. Nope, just the hold. Had a lot of discussions with the referee afterwards, and the first activity of the game is a penalty for the Rampage. Vegas to the power play. Face-off win for the Rampage. Rampage looked to clear it out. Vegas looked to set up the power play. Now they have clear possession. Avina back down to Huffman. Huffman cuts back, avoids one. Looking to get that one around the boards to the teammates and spread them out. Shot blocked. Weebolt took that shot from just inside the left face-off circle. Biaggi collected it at the left point. Avina, shot, save, and no rebound. Lackus trying to get there for a rebound, lost his footing. And gets back up. Vegas will keep the same personnel there. Lackus, Huffman, Weebolt on the defense. Biaggi and Avina. Face-off win for the Rampage. Rampage trying to play that one around the boards. Lackus hassling Huffman with the puck. Finds Biaggi at the left point. Biaggi shot. Traffic in front. Don't think that made it to the net. Hit the traffic in front. Avina trying to collect that one. Steer it away. And played down the ice by the Rampage. As Vegas have forward lineup being changed, so they hold up ice to Penhollow. Penhollow over the blue line, curling in right below the net. They'll set up the power play. Penhollow, Salikas, Newell, Cabardilla, and Flood. Cabardilla collects it, trying to play that one to Flood across the blue line. That one hit the skates of the Colorado player. Flood into the zone, lays it off for Penhollow. Penhollow will walk it to the left side to Cabardilla. Shot by Cabardilla. That one's knocked down and ends up below the goal line. Newell back to Flood. Colton Flood surveys, walks it down. Shot, save, and hold by the goaltender. .14 seconds to go on the power play. And Penhollow. Salikas, Newell, let's see. Salikas now to take face off. Trying to figure out who's going to go. Colorado win the face off. 8 seconds on the power play. And Vegas play it back up as Rampage come back to full strength. Puck dumped up. And too many men on the ice. Salikas will go to the box at 1:55. Bench minor penalty. Lanfranchi hopping on the ice before his counterpart came off. And they will add Weebolt and Huffman on with Harrison and Nisley. Salikas serving the team's bench minor. Face-off win for the Knights. Nisley plays it up, but not out. Rampage, move it around the outside. Number 44 lays it off for his teammate, looking for a centering pass. To the near side. Shot or pass towards the far side. Misses everybody. As Colorado keep it around the perimeter. One-timer. Knocked off the skates of Huffman. Rampage still with the possession. Pass to the middle, stick to side by LaRose. Pass to the middle off the skates of Harrison. And loose puck behind the net, collected by the Rampage. Centering pass off the mark. Shot fanned on, loose puck, and cleared down by Harrison. Vegas. Good defense, staying tight on the house. Lanfranchi with the steal initially in the skates. Huffman got a piece of it. Or sorry, Mislakovian saw an 8. Cooper Rocher's back to play that one up and out. Rampage move it. Look to move it up the ice, and offsides on the Knights. Lanfranchi catching that one just outside the blue line. Mislakovian trying to head out of the zone. Unfortunately, doesn't get there in time. And the Knights will have a face-off just outside the offensive zone. Face-off win for the Rampage. Trying to dangle around one, hassle by 2. And played off the glass and up. Mislakovian and offsides. Linesman right on the blue line there, making that call. Good call. And we'll have a face-off this time on the other blue line. Puck dumped in by the Rampage. As the puck or the clock expires on period number 1. And the Colorado Rampage will start the second period on 5 seconds of power play time. Thank you to our sponsors, All Western Mortgage and the Lanfranchi Center, helping our boys perform at their best, supporting them through nutrition and team bonding activities. Penalty kill team on the ice: Huffman, Flood, Avina, and Wiebolt. And Wiebolt to take the face off. And the face-off win for the Rampage. Rampage into the zone. Saved by LaRose. Sticks aside that one to the near corner. Rampage gets tangled up. Flood trying to clear that one out. Hassling. Rampage have it taken off their stick by Wiebold. Up ice to Huffman. Huffman cross ice looking for Lacus. Doesn't find him. Wiebold dumps it in deep. Rampage collect. Sorry. Sponsor still up. And straight on net as the Rose had to make that save. Vegas now looking to clear it up as they're back to full strength. Shot and save. Oh, loose and cover. That one just trickled past LaRose. He could feel it. And so he falls back on it to keep that one from going in or over the goal line. Cabardilla, I think, was there to help as well. Keep that one out of the net. And puck shot in. Lots of traffic in front. Doesn't make it to LaRose. And dumped in deep by Rampage. Rampage drop it back to the point man. Shot low. Stick to side. And second attempt blocked by LaRose. Vegas on the attack. Cabardilla up to Penhollow. Penhollow over the blue line. Penhollow looking for a centering pass or some loose change for Biaggi, and he puts shot into the chest of the goaltender. And a reminder, during this second period, about 8.5 minutes in, first whistle after that 8.5 minutes, we will have an ice cut. So that'll be the time to take a break, get your snacks. Then Franchi take the face off. Sparks and Miskovian on the rush, 2-on-1 here. Nisley back for the Knights. Save by LaRose. Looking for a centering pass. That was broken up by LaRose, getting the stick out. And Sparks makes the play up to Nisley as Nisley dumps it in deep and takes a hit. Miskovian pokes that around the Colorado player. Tries to keep the feet moving. Then Franchi reverses it back in. Right at the blue line, caught by the Rampage. Looks to move it up, stick handles around a couple Knights. Moves into the zone, and the shot blocked by LaRose. Second shot on the outside of the net. Puck dumped back in by the Rampage as it rims around the boards to the near side. Huffman got a piece of it, but not enough to clear. Oh, they say it will come out. And we will have a face-off just outside the defensive zone after the offsides on the Rampage with 14:42 to go in period number 2. Lacus warned to stay back along with his counterpart on the other team. And Avina falls down. Rampage looking for a shot off the shoulder of LaRose. That shot initially was blocked off the skate of Cooper DeRochers, which forced that one wide of the net. DeRochers moves it up to Lacus. Lacus up the far side. Lacus over the blue line, on sides for the Knights. Shot, rebound. Huffman played that one just wide of the net. Second attempt on the outside of the net by Lacus. And the puck up and out of the zone. Puck up ice, collected just at the red line. Rampage have to tag up and ahead of the play. Penhollow. Penhollow, shot, and wide of the net. Puck rimmed around the boards. Played up, not out by the Rampage. As the Rampage look to move it up now through the neutral zone and dump it in. Avina back for the Knights to collect. Rims it around to DeRochers. DeRochers fans on the pass, trying to find it in his skates, and does. Gets the possession back, and he heads up ice. Tape-to-tape pass to Newell. Newell, shot knocked down off the glove. Rebound comes back to Newell in the corner. Salikas looks for a play, plays it to the far side. Stick battle, drops it to Cabardilla, shot. Low, kicked away by the goaltender. Puck back, kept in momentarily, and the second attempt comes out. Nisley throws that one on net. Saved by the goaltender. Right at the blue line in the skates of the linesman. And now played out by the Rampage. Penhollow back to collect for the Knights as he moves to the near side to Nisley. Nisley to Flood, and Flood dumps it in deep. Stick to side shot by the Knights. Penn Hollow moves it down the wall. And Colton Flood on the forward lineup. Puck dumped down by Cabradilla. Nicely shot on the outside of the netting. Good attempt there. Cabradilla traps it at the blue line. Len Franchi is tied up. Walking it in, and the pass doesn't make the connection for the Rampage. As Mistakovian and Len Franchi look to make a play on the near side, and puck out of play into the Vegas bench. For a whistle, and we'll have an in-zone face-off with 11:52 to go in period number 2. Lacus, Weibel, Huffman, Biaggi, and Harrison on the ice for the Knights. Weibel comes away with it in the skates. Kept in by Max Biaggi at the right point. Rampage move the puck up and out of the zone. Lacus is tackled down. And Lacus is going to get a penalty. Drew a penalty, but now takes a penalty. Motions got a little bit of him on that one. And at 11:33. 95 maybe? 55? 35. 35. We got a lot of penalties on that one, actually. I missed all of the calls, but there was an unsportsmanlike on someone else. Two unsportsmanlikes, I think, between Lacus.
Do we have someone in the box too?
Yes, Evan.
So I guess I take it off then.
Harrison got a piece of it, stays on his feet. Huffman into the zone. And Huffman knocks down the puck carrier. Looking for a centering pass. That one is off the mark. And Huffman up the near side. Huffman, shot. Saved by the goaltender down in the butterfly. Puck drop back to Biaggi. Biaggi back to Penn Hollow. Penn Hollow cross ice to Harrison. Harrison shot low. Save and rebound, or no rebound, that is. And Salikas takes the face off. Face-off win for the Rampage. They look to move it out. Tipped off initially, hassled by two Vegas players. And taken out by Salikas between the feet. Pass back to Biaggi, shot low, tipped in front, and jumps over the stick of Newell. Puck kept in by Biaggi initially, and now cleared out. Mistakovia on the attack on the defense. That puck outside the net, off the glass and down, trapped right at the blue line and kicked down the boards by the Rampage player. Puck comes out of the zone. Puck rimmed around. Muskovian avoids one. Lanfranchi getting in on the pressure. Puck in the skates. Flood came away with it initially. And they'll call an offsides. The disruption at the blue line by Flood caused the entry into the zone by the Rampage off the timing. A timing off. And we'll have a face-off just outside the zone with 9:20 to go in period number 2. Face-off win for the Rampage and sticked aside by the goaltender. Huffman looking for a centering pass. Pen hollow. Working below the goal line. Pass up ice by the Rampage off the mark. Cabardilla will dump it in. Vegas will tag up. Rimmed up the boards and played back in by Cabardilla offsides as that one hit Huffman in the ear or the back of the head as he looks to be uncomfortable right now. In the ear, looks like that one caught him in the ear. They're tough hockey players, though. Muskovian shot low, saved by the goaltender. Rebound, bouncing again over the stick of Newell. On the defense, Nisley. Puck played around. Salikas. Centering pass and goal. Salikas to Muskovian. What a play. Right through the crease. Salikas looks like he was injured on that one. And ice cut. So we will be back after the ice cut. And Vegas are first to get on the board this game. And we are back at it. .8:29 to go in the period. Cabardilla playing it up ice, looking for Lanfranchi. The stick lifts, plays it out the outside to the new forward, Colton Flood. Shot up high, rebound, bouncing, and just fanning on and missed the Kovian, looking for goal number 2. Lanfranchi into the boards. He goes down, Flood. Back to Biaggi. Biaggi collects. And Biaggi offsides. Didn't quite see Lanfranchi deep in the zone. And we will have a face-off on the far face-off dot just outside the offensive zone. LaRose still in net for the Knights. Weebolt to take the face-off. Huffman, Penhollow, Harrison, and Nisley on the ice. Hardy coming away with it. Shot right under the leg pads and through the blue ice. Huffman trying to settle that one. Shot and off the crossbar. Second attempt. Huffman steals. Huffman trying to get that to the forehand. Nisley will keep that one in. And down low, Penhollow starting to stuff that one in. Second attempt. Loose puck. And covered. And good opportunities here right off the bat. Vegas Junior Golden Knights as we make changes to the lineup. Face off, coming from the far face off dot, Salikas, DeRochers, Newell, and another interesting thing here, we have Cooper DeRochers playing offense and a cover by LaRose. And we lost Marundi yesterday to an upper body injury. Headed home early to Vegas. Our prayers are with him in a speedy recovery, and now I see Cashin Sparks undressed and on the bench. Vegas moving around the boards to the near side. Miskovian surveying. Up ice pass into the neutral zone, tipped aside, 3-on-1 coming here. And that pass just broken up. Lanfranchi looking to center that one. And hassling and stealing puck there initially is Max Biaggi and Vegas. On the attack again. Colorado Rampage players chasing. Hard stop by Miskovian. Shot. Rebound ends in the middle. Bouncing puck collected by Flood. Colton Flood lays it off for Avina. Avina shot. Tipped off the skates of the Rampage player. And puck back to the point man. Biaggi shot. Low. Save. Rebound. Ends up in the far corner. Biaggi traps that one. Plays it back down the wall. And out of play. And they will need a new puck as Vegas looked to dump that one back into the zone and ended up outside the rink. Weebolt to take the face off. Huffman back on the ice. Had a little issue with the ear that they fixed during the ice cut. And Huffman puts his man into the bench. Loose puck in the middle. Huffman comes away with it, steering it away from danger, and dumped in deep. Huffman goes down, trying to get a piece of it, and poke away by Penhollow. Penhollow touches away to Huffman. Huffman shot. Save by the goaltender. That one just hits the post in the skate. Sorry. Camera work there. Up ice by the Rampage. Rampage drop it off, looking for a shot. Shot blocked in front, doesn't make it to LaRose. Good defense by the Knights, and in the blind zone there. See the puck come out. Weebolt tripped up. Still in the blind zone. On the outside of the net, kicked back as Cabardilla muscles his man off the puck. And we got a delayed penalty coming here on the Rampage, I believe. 38 White. To the box. Didn't see a call yet. 2 minutes for roughing. On number 38 at 4:52. And Vegas to the power play. Shot, save, rebound, played out. Cabardilla collect for the Knights, play it to the near side to Nisley. Nisley moves it down the wall, back to Nisley. Swings it to the left side to Cabardilla. Cabardilla one-timer. Save, rebound, loose in front. And digging for it, and a whistle.
What are you telling me? Sorry.
Not sure what, oh. Did they add someone to the box? What's the deal here? Same 5-on-4 here for a minute 37. Not sure what happened to the clock, but they're still on the power play. No icing as they are on the penalty kill. Cabardilla with the puck. Cross ice to Salikas. Salikas gets over the blue line and has that taken off his stick. Pass to the middle off the leg pad of LaRose. Forces that one to the far side. And just fanning on that one was Lacus. Stick lifting 2 players. Rampage player. Centering pass, and that one's played out of danger by the Knights. Back into their own zone. They'll collect as Vegas look to try to gain the possession and get the puck in the offensive zone. Still battling in their own zone. Cabardilla back to Nisley. Nisley up to Newell. Newell will curl around far side to Cabardilla. And played back out by Rampage. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Clock operator has it, not sure. I think it's not working properly, but they've got it in their system. And blocker saved by LaRose, and that shot coming from the right face-off circle. Rampage collect the puck in the neutral zone. Looking for a D-to-D pass, and Weebolt got his stick on the ice to disrupt that play. Now Vegas looking for an attempt here. Weebolt drops it back to Penhollow. Penhollow to Avina. Avina back to Biaggi. Biaggi to Weebolt. And Rampage back to full strength. That shot wide of the net. Avina moves that back down low. Huffman is there for the Knights. Huffman trying to lay that out for Weebolt. Weebolt has that poked off his stick. And gets past one. Trip coming here. Delayed penalty on the Knights. Is this Weebolt? And Zane Weebolt to the box for tripping. At 2:24. fourth penalty of the game for the Knights, but only the second penalty kill, as there was the two-minute minor penalties given out to Lacus, but they were coincidental with the other teammate. Shot and a goal. Power play goal for the Knights, or for the Rampage. And that will end Zane Weebolt's time in the box, as the Rampage only spend 20 seconds there to tie it up. That goal coming from Owen Irwin off the assist from Nathan Fry. And a cover by LaRose. And we'll have a face-off to the right of LaRose. Shot saved by LaRose down in the butterfly. Puck played up but not out. Shot sticked aside by a stick of Salikas. And puck dumped into the zone. Steered away by Salikas. Flood got a piece of it. And up ice. Looking for Knisley, just gets under his stick. He'll retreat to his own zone to play it up. And puck into the zone. Mistakovian cut to the middle. Shot blocked. Second attempt. Flood shot knocked down right in front. Colton Flood will play it around the board softly. Mistakovian trying to get to it. And gets past him along the wall. One touch to the middle. Huffman chasing. Sauce to the middle in the skates. And trying to dig it out. A little extra activity here after the whistle. That was under the leg pads of LaRose, and a late whistle allowing the stick jabbing to commence by the Rampage. As they separate, clear out the players, we'll have a face-off. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Penhollow. Puck into the zone. Penhollow tips it away to space. Huffman blew a flat tire on the other side there. Trying to clear it out. Good pressure by Penhollow. Forced the turnover. Pass up ice. Rampage played up and out. Vegas have to tag up, and they do. And tipped on the way as Avina lays a hit just as the Rampage player made a play on the puck, and puck dumped in deep for the Rampage. Shot. Save and hold by LaRose. And Vegas will make wholesale changes here. Biaggi, Harrison, Flood, Lacus, and Lanfranchi. Face-off win for the Rampage. Shot off the stick of Lanfranchi as the buzzer sounds on the expiration of period number 2. Vegas Junior Golden Knights score a goal that period before the ice cut on the pass from the right face-off circle to Salikas waiting on the back door. Or sorry, Salikas on the pass, Mistakovian on the goal. And the Colorado Rampage would tie it up at 2:04 on a power play goal, as we sit at 1 apiece here heading into period number 3. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors, All Western Mortgage and the Lanfranchi Center. Gavin LaRose back to his crease. And the Vegas Universal Knights back to the face-off. Weebolt, Penhollow, Huffman with Harrison and Biaggi on the defense. Face-off win for the Rampage as they played off the near boards and in. Puck rims around to the far side. Biaggi is there. Biaggi up to the middle. Penhollow picks up the loose puck just inside his blue line. Shot, save, rebound. And Hardy Huffman trying to put the loose change in. Comes up empty on the second shot. Right into the goaltender's pads or equipment. Waiting for some loose change, couldn't find any more. Face off won by the Rampage, they rim it around. Huffman loses his footing, goes down. Puck kept in the zone by Weebolt. Weebolt shot wide of the net. Harrison, shot in the glove save by the goaltender. And new lineup on the ice. Lacus, Salikas, Newell. Cabardilla, Nisley on the defense with 16:24 to go in period number 3. Face-off win for the Knights. Salikas shot, saved by the goaltender. Salikas doing the hard work in the left face-off circle, able to get the puck away from the Rampage and get a shot on net. Vegas keeping the fight up. Face-off win. Cabardilla shot. And that one might have got a piece of the crossbar. Puck knocked up ice. Cabardilla is there, one chasing him. Hard cut back by Cabardilla. He goes down, reverses it back around to the near side to Lacus. Lacus reverses it back around as he sees the Colorado Rampage players up ice. Rampage get the puck back. Drop it to the point man. Shot off the outside of the net. Does not make it to LaRose. And puck flipped out into the neutral zone. Rampage collect. Play it cross ice to the far side. Shot low, stick to side by LaRose. Second shot, save by LaRose, ends up below the goal line, rimmed around the boards by Lanfranchi and out of the zone. Rampage have to tag up, and they do. Back to collect is Lanfranchi. Now up ice to Flood, to Mislakovian. Flood will collect the loose puck, and he'll chip it up ice and into the defensive zone. Pass up ice, tip to the outside. Avina is there for the Knights to play it out of the zone. Puck flipped up. Rampage with the possession. Looking to wind up. Captain trying to wind into the zone. Hassled. Wraparound attempt and save by LaRose. Puck played up and out of play into the netting. Skims the netting. And Weebolt to take the face off. Harrison, Penhollow, Huffman, and Biaggi. Biaggi chips that one up the glass. Huffman chasing, pressuring, stick lifted, and goal! Vegas able to get that one past the goaltender as he went down. Huffman and Penhollow, I believe, on the pressure as they regain the lead. And 2-1. .36 in the period. Face-off win for the Knights, and Huffman dumps it in deep. Rims around to the near side, collected by the Rampage look to break out. And disrupted by Weebolt. Off the skates, can't find it. Penhollow finds it, dumps it into the far corner. Reverse back around, that'll be an icing. As a little miscommunication between the Rampage players. And we'll have a face-off to the right of the goaltender. Cabradilla Nicely, Solikis, Lacus Newell, I think. Face-off win for the Knights. Cabradilla plays it down low. That's going to rim around the boards to the Rampage. Cabradilla in the stick battle, able to dump that in as Cabradilla takes a hit up high, straight to the mask. No call by the referee by number 63 as the Rampage look to offsides on the Rampage look to stretch out the Knights and catch them on the defense, sleeping as they look to cut down the Knights' 1-goal lead. Must be some slippery ice out there, a lot of players falling. Face-off win for the Rampage. And the puck stays in play off the tower where the other team is streaming. Lanfranchi pins his man along the boards in the skates, trying to kick it to himself. He'll get it to his stick now and steer it to the outside, off the glass and down for an ice. And we'll have a face-off on the far face-off dot with 13:11 to go in period number 3. Shot, save, and hold by LaRose. And they've got the goal listed as unassisted, Walker Penhollow. On the score sheet, and face off on the opposite dot again. Colton Flood to take the face off. Face off win for the Rampage. Rampage avoid shot, save, rebound. Not able to get that one towards the net. Jack Harrison with a good stick keeps that one outside. Walking it in, shot and goal. And traffic in front causes a problem for the Knights as the Colorado Rampage get one past LaRose for goal number 2, ties it up at 2 apiece. At 12:49. Weebolt to take the face off, Penhollow to the left, Huffman to the right on the defense, Cabradilla and Nicely from left to right. Cabradilla tries to get that one up. Puck played in by the Rampage. Rampage chasing, Nicely's there. Nicely takes a hit into the wall. Nicely pokes it away. Nicely moves it around. And we got a whistle here. Offsides. So we'll have a face-off on the face-off dot. Just outside the Knights bench. Same personnel on the ice for the Knights. Face-off win for the Knights. Cabradilla to Nicely. Nicely softly lays it up, looking for Walker or Huffman. Almost gets it around him. And Vegas is offsides. And we'll have face-off on the far face-off dot. With 12:15 to go. Bouncing puck, Huffman trying to muscle him off the puck. Rampage get a little help to clear it out of their zone. Lost in the skates initially, and a high lob. Picked up by Cabradilla. Plays it to the outside. Rampage in the zone. Offsides, and they tag up. Pin hollow to Cabradilla. Cabradilla flips it up the wall now, down for and icing. And we'll have a face-off on the near face-off dot. With 11:45 to go in period number 3 in this game number 4 of the Colorado Showcase weekend in Denver, Colorado. Face-off win for the Knights. DeRochers having some calling problems here. Lanfranchi up ice. Puck just outside the zone. Cooper DeRochers keeps it into the neutral zone. Puck dumped in. Avina on a chase. And we got a whistle for offsides, a delayed offsides called, and Rampage don't tag up. So we will head outside the zone on the far face-off dot outside the defensive zone. Face-off won by the Rampage as they rim it around the boards. Puck loose, Lacus comes away with it, plays it out to the neutral zone, and dumped back in. DeRochers is there for the Knights, just jumps over his stick, drops it to the point man, moves it one-timer, doesn't quite get all of that one, as Avina is pinned along the boards. And Lanfranchi is going to get penalized. Shot wide. Rampage will look to and got some penalties being doled out here. 95 Lanfranchi and Avina for the Knights. And number 19 for the Rampage. Should be getting into the box. And we got a holding penalty on Lucas Lanfranchi. And waiting for the other two penalties to pop up. But I believe it'll be a roughing or unsportsmanlike on Quinton Avina. Tripping. There should be one on the, not sure, is that 5-on-3? I thought they said they were going to take both of them. So I thought and there is another guy in the box. It's 5. Sorry, and Vegas will be on the 5-on-3, puck out of play. And we'll retry the face-off here. Weebolt Nisley and Biaggi on the defense. Puck all the way up the ice. And he'll try to bring it in himself. Loses the handle, off a little bit of pressure from Wiebolt. Trying to walk it in as they set up the power play. 3 men in front of the net. Shot! Blocker save, or not sure that made it to the blocker.
No, behind you. Over here.
And trying to block that one. Shot! Blocked in front. Rebound, wide of the net. Trying to pass it to the front. LaRose on his bottom, and a save by LaRose. In the crease, and bouncing puck kept in. And Wiebolt plays it out. The 3 won't change up. Harrison, Cabardilla, and Penhollow on the ice for the Knights. And puck played out, kept in right at the blue line by the Rampage. Trying to keep the sticks moving. Captain swinging the stick. Cabardillo will get there and try to play that one up and out, and he does. Penhollow should get to this one first. And try to tie up the puck. Knows he's got to get back. Harrison on the defense. Harrison got a piece of it. Second attempt, good stick on the back check by Penhollow. As 5 seconds to go, Vegas. One timer flops over the net, and Vegas kill the 5-on-3. Play it down low, looking to walk it to the middle, shot. Saved by LaRose. And Vegas have their 5 back on the ice. And the fan on the pass out of the zone, and Huffman, 1 to beat. He's got one coming with him, trying to cut to the middle. And a goal. And at 8:20, Vegas Junior World Knights lead Colorado Rampage 3-2. And the face-off win for the Knights. Rochers heads to the red line and dumps it in. Pass up ice, Rampage. As Hardy Huffman again, shot, and off the stick and out of play. And offensive zone face-off coming here for the Knights. Played up, not out. Avina plays that one back into the far corner. So far, it's in the far corner. The far corner. Nicely shot, low, save. Rebound picked up by the Rampage. Dumped back in deep by the Knights. Rampage looking to play it out, intercepted by Mistakovian. Mistakovian will skate it in deep. Gets tangled up, bouncing puck, trapped right at the blue line. Nisley rims it around the boards to the near side. Salikas is there for the Knights in the blind zone. Puck squirts out below the goal line, hits a partition and ends up down the ice. Nisley on the hop. He'll play it up the boards to Newell. Newell chips it up the wall, and that'll be an offsides. And the Vegas Junior World Knights will have a defensive zone face-off. Lanfranchi to take the face-off. Lacus, Harrison, Flood, and Biaggi on block by Flood. Colton Flood, 1 to beat. Shot, saved by the goaltender. Puck stayed in the ice surface, played to the opposite side by the Rampage. And dumped down the ice. Biaggi. Up ice. Flood, Lanfranchi. Chipped off the wall and in. Harrison plays it off, hits a partition, ended up bouncing into the left faceoff circle. Colton Flood on a hit behind the play. Takes a cross check in the back, no call. Off the referee, dumped back in by the Rampage. Harrison back to collect. Up ice pass to Colton Flood. Flood trying to keep possession of that one in favor of Vegas. Max Biaggi will help out as he takes a hit. Bouncing puck gets over the stick of Colorado player into the zone. Huffman will pressure. Rampage player will move it right up the middle. Now cut to the outside, and Penhollow takes the man. And another puck out of play. Vegas will have a defensive zone face-off coming with 5:41 to go in period number 3. Turn shot, glove save by LaRose. Rampage, curl around, captain. Lays it off below the goal line, cutting back. Looking for a centering pass, and that just jumps under his stick. Huffman has that taken off his stick as Huffman and Rampage player come together. Number 44, centering pass, jumping up. Salikas gets a tip on that one up to Huffman. Huffman and Salikas up ice. The rest changing behind. Miskovian getting a pressure and shot on net by Cabardilla. And up ice for an icing. Had a man in behind the defense. Thankfully, he could not catch the puck at the blue line or touch it. As Vegas will have an offensive zone face-off. But I see the Rampage doing more and more of that. Trying to sneak a man up ice. Hanging out along the wall. Puck to the near side. DeRochers dumps it in deep. Vegas have to tag up. And now they do. Rampage up. And almost a steal by Newell. Pass to the middle. Salikas trying to play that one up. Tipped off the stick. And onside shot, glove save by LaRose. Sees that one all the way into the glove. And makes the save with authority. Lanfranchi kicked from the faceoff. Colton Flood will step in. Faceoff win for the Rampage. Rampage trying to lay it off to his man. They got a little out of sync there in their communication. Tipped up. Back check shot. Save and in. That one catches the blocker and just rolls up the blocker and into the net. And the Rampage have tied it up with 4:14 to go. And the banging cheers of the Rampage players trying to muster up some offense for him. Face off taken by the Knights. Penhall drops back to Cabradilla. Shot low. Tipped on net. Sticked aside by the goaltender. Puck to the far side. Penhall drops it to Knisley. Knisley traps it in the skates. Comes out to the neutral zone. Knisley's able to get to his feet and dump it back in. Puck behind the net. Penhall trying to get there in time. Pass to the middle. Off the mark. Huffman dangles to the middle. Draped on him are a couple of Colorado players. And Salikas disrupting the play straight off the bench. Dumping it back in for the Rampage. Cross ice pass. Hits nobody. They'll wave it off. In the near corner, Cabradilla moves it up. Puck comes out. Sorry. As the Rampage tag up. Mislakovian catches that one at his blue line. Heads over the opposite blue line. Holds up. Dumps it in deep. Knisley loses his footing. He heads back to his spot at the right point. And puck flipped up and down the ice for an icing. And Vegas will have an offensive zone faceoff coming here with 2:45 to go in period number 3. Lanfranchi taking the faceoff. Back to Vegas. Shot wide of the net by Cooper Rochers. And dumped back in and out of play. Avina backhanded that one down. Some conversations had with tall man on the Rampage, but no hand up. And that's going to be an interference call as number 8, or let's see, number 8 for the Rampage will head to the box as he interferes with Lacus trying to get to the puck at 2:32. And that is penalty number 7 for the Rampage. Power play number 5. Face-off win for the Knights. Biaggi down halfway down the wall to Wiebolt. Wiebolt serving to Avina. Avina walks into the left face-off circle back to Wiebolt. Shot! Goal! And Vegas wastes no time. Go-ahead goal scored by Zane Wiebolt on the pass from Avina. Biaggi to Avina to Wiebolt. Face-off win for the Rampage. Cabradilla comes in, plays it out into the middle. And picked by Wiebolt, bouncing puck off the blocker of the goaltender. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Penhollow with the puck trying to walk it to the middle. One-timer, save by the goaltender. And finally a cover and a whistle. Salikas, Lacus, Lanfranchi on for the forward lineup. Cabradilla and Biaggi for the defense. Offensive zone face-off coming at 1:49 in period number 3. Vegas lead Colorado Rampage 4-3. Referee is at the scorekeeper's table, which is the delay. Rampage looking to clear it out, and it's out of play. So that one will head back into the offensive zone for another drop of the puck at the same location. Now with 1:44 to go. Lanfranchi again to the faceoff. Faceoff win for the Rampage initially in the blind zone there. Puck comes out. Trying to get past one. Trying to push ahead and steered aside by the defense. Second attempt. Fans on it. Lacus plays it up but not out. Shot. Save and cover and hold. And 86 shoves down Lanfranchi, and he takes a seat in the box. Two minutes for roughing at 1:24. It's going to make it difficult for the Rampage, but not impossible. They just need to be disciplined now to keep the pressure up. Face-off win for the Knights. Savina pulls it back, lays it down the wall, rimmed around the boards to Penhollow. Penhollow just overskates that one. Here comes the Rampage on the attack. Banks it up ice, stopped by Knisley. Knisley gains the red line. Penhollow and Huffman in. Huffman just fans on that one, floats behind him. He will keep possession of the puck. Penhollow looking to stick lift Colorado player. Vegas still with the possession. Huffman trying to get that one. Avina's got to get around the ref. Takes the inside cut and a good stick by Knisley. Forces that one back to the outside. Penhollow. Reverse hit. Number 34, I think, thought he was going to come lay a hit on Penhollow, and Penhollow had other thoughts. Puck played up the ice. Penhollow flips it into the zone. Zane's tripped up Weebolt as he and Huffman head in for a change. Lanfranchi and Lacus on the ice. Lanfranchi chasing. Cut to the middle, trying to dangle, and that shot's wide of the net. And 18 seconds to go. Loose puck in front, and Avina able to chip that one out. Empty net on the opposite end. And Vegas Unigirl Knights come out victorious. And even the score, this time without having to go to overtime, against Colorado Rampage. So they finish 1-1 on the weekend against the Rampage. But overall, they finished 2-2.
What did he say? What did he say, kid?
Oops, sorry.